Hello grade 9, today we're doing exponents. So for exponents we have four laws. So the first law we have a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n. So this simply means that when the bases are the same, as you can see here, we have same base, which is a. When the bases are the same, we take a single base. Here we took a single base, then we add the exponent because of this multiplication sign. So when the bases are the same, we take a single base, then we add the exponent. So that is the first law. So the second law, we have a to the exponent m divided by a to the exponent n. So the same applies here. So when the bases are the same, we take a single base. Here we have m, then we say m minus n because of this division. So we say m minus n. That is the second law. So the third law, we have a to the exponent m all to the exponent n. So what we do here, we take m, then we say m multiplied by n because of these brackets. We take m, we take a, then we say m multiplied by n because of the brackets. Alright, then the last law, that is the fourth law. Here we have a multiplied by b all to the exponent n. So in other words, remember in maths, any number or any variable is to the exponent 1. Any number, any variable is the exponent 1. So here it's like saying a to the exponent 1 is like a to the exponent 1 and b to the exponent 1. Alright, so what we do here, we only apply the third law. Here remember, we had on the third law we had a to the m all to the exponent n. So what we did here, we just said a to the exponent m multiplied by n. So the same applies here. We say a to the exponent 1 multiplied by n, which is a to the exponent n multiplied by, then b to the exponent 1 multiplied by n, which is b to the exponent n. So this is the fourth and the last law. So based on this explanation, I just want you to pause the video and do these exercises from A up to F. From A up to F. So I just want you to do these exercises. So you need to pause the video. From A, do these exercises from A up to F. Alright, I believe that you are done. So I want you to compare your answers with mine. So here, number A, we have 2 to the exponent 3 divided by 2 to the exponent 8. Okay, so what you need to do here, we're going to apply the exponential laws. Okay, so here is going to be 2. It's going to be 2. Remember, we take a single base. If you can notice, you can see that here we're going to apply the second law. Here we're going to apply the second law because there's a division here. So we're going to apply the second law of division. So here is going to be 2 to the exponent 3 minus 8. Here we applied the second law, right? Then is equal to 2 to the exponent, then 3 minus 8 is negative 5. 3 minus 8 is negative 5. And when we're dealing with exponents, we don't leave our answers to a negative exponent. We don't leave our answers to a negative exponent. So this will be is equal to 2, is equal to 1 over, remember when you are doing exponents, you don't leave our answers to a negative exponent. The final answer will be 1 over 2 to the exponent 5. So this will be our final answer. So is 1 over 2 to the exponent 5. So this is our final answer. So let's get to B. For B we have x squared divided by x to the exponent 8. So what we need to do here, and here we're also applying the second law. We're applying the second law here. So when the bases are the same, we take a single base. As you can notice here, our base here is x. Our base here is x. So when the bases are the same, we take a single base. Then we either add the exponent or subtract the exponent. In this case, we're going to subtract the exponent. So it's going to be 2, we take a single base, it's going to be x, we take a single base, x to the power 2 minus 8. So the final answer will be x to the exponent negative 6. X to the exponent negative 6. As I've explained earlier, that when we're dealing with exponents, we don't leave our final answer into a negative exponent. So we have to convert it to become positive. So here is gonna be our final answer is equals to 1 divided by x to the exponent 6. So this will be our final answer. Okay. Then C, if you can notice C here, we're going to apply the first and the second law. We're going to apply the first and the second law. Okay. So here, remember, when the bases are the same, we take a single base and we either add or minus or the exponents. We either add, minus, or multiply the exponents. So in this case, we're going to add or minus them. So remember, we have 2 to the exponent 3 multiply by 3 to the exponent 12, divide by 2 to the exponent 8, multiply by 3 to the exponent 8. So here is going to be, we take a single base. Remember how many bases we have here? How many bases we have here? Okay, as you can see, we have two bases here. The first base is 2. Then we take a single base and we either add or minus the exponent. So it's going to be 2 to the exponent 2 to the exponent 3, right? Then minus, because of this division, minus 8, right? Then multiply by the second base, in this case is 3, multiply by 3 to the exponent 12, right? Then minus 8. So here we have is equals to, okay, let's go back. So it's gonna be 2 to the exponent 3 minus 8, which is 2 to the exponent 3 minus 8. That will be negative 5. Negative 5. Then multiplied by 3 to the exponent. Okay, previously we had 2 to the exponent 3 minus 8, which is 2 to the exponent negative 5. Then multiplied by 3 to the exponent 12 minus 8. So 12 minus 8, that will be 4. So here, remember, as I've mentioned on the previous examples, that we do not leave exponential expressions in the negative form. They should always be in the positive form. Alright, so here we have 2 to the exponent negative 3 multiplied by 3 to the exponent 4. So now we have to leave all the exponents in positive form. So the final answer will be 3 to the exponent 4, 3 to the exponent 4, right? Then multiplied by, so we're going to multiply it by, so remember, we don't leave exponents in the negative form. Multiplied by 1 over 2 to the exponent okay, so here is 2 to the exponent negative 5. Sorry about that mistake. So here is gonna be 2 to the exponent 5, 2 to the exponent 5. Okay, so and also when at this stage you cannot leave your answer in this form. You cannot leave your answer in this form. You have to simplify it. So it's going to be, when you simplify it, is equal to 3 to the exponent 4, 3 to the exponent 4, divide by 2 to the exponent 5, 2 to the exponent 5. So this will be our final answer. This will be our final answer, that is 3 to the exponent 4 divided by 2 to the exponent 5. Okay, So let's go to number D. So I believe that you have done these problems by yourself, because the best way to learn maths is to do it on your own and then check the solutions. So now I believe that you've done these problems, you've completed the problem yourself. Now we're doing corrections. You want to check whether you are correct or you made some mistakes. Okay. So here we have x to the exponent 4 multiplied by y to the exponent 2, or y squared, all over x multiplied by y to the exponent 3. So when the bases are the same, we take a single base and we add or subtract the exponents. So here, how many bases do we have? How many bases do we have for number D? You can send me a text. How many bases do we have, and which are those bases? Here we have two bases, that is x and y. So we take a single base, we start with x, we take a single base, then what do? We add or subtract the exponents. We take a single base, so that is x to the 4, then minus what? Anyone wants to take a guess? Minus what? Is x to the exponent 4 minus what? Minus 1, because it means any number is to the exponent 1. Minus 1, then multiplied by y, our last base in this case, in this problem, multiplied by y to the power 2, right? Then minus 3. Here we are applying the second law. Okay. So is equal to x to the exponent 3, x to the exponent 3, right? Then multiplied by y to the exponent -1, multiplied by y to the exponent -1, right? Okay, I've told you in previous examples that we don't leave exponents in the negative form. We don't leave exponents in the negative form. Okay, so when we simplify this problem, is equal to x to the exponent 3, right? Then multiply by what? You can comment, you can send me text. Multiplied by 1 over what? 1 over y, right? Then now we have to simplify it. We cannot leave our final answer in this format. In mathematics, we cannot leave our final answer in this format. Alright? Because we can still simplify it. So our final answer will be x to the power 3 divide by y. So this will be our final answer. So it's x to the exponent 3 divided by y. Okay, so let's do number E. Remember, if you have not done these examples by yourself, and you're watching the solutions, you'll be cheating at yourself because you won't understand what is going on here. So that's why I said earlier we should try and solve, we try and simplify, then watch the solutions. Okay, here we have, so remember we have negative 6x to the 3, negative 6x to the exponent 3 y squared divide by negative 2x y cubed. Okay, here we're going to first deal with the signs. We have to deal with the signs. A negative divided by negative will always give a positive. Will always give a positive. Then now 6. Now let's deal with the numerical values. Let's deal with the numerical values. 6 divided by 2, that is 3. Right? Then let's deal with the variables. We have, how many bases do we have here? How many bases do we have here? Here we have 2 bases. We have x and y. So we start with the first one, x. Then x is to the exponent 3. X is to the exponent 3, right? Then what do we do? Minus 1 multiplied by y to the exponent 2, y to the exponent 2 minus 3. I believe now we have mastered this this method. We have mastered it, that's why I don't explain. So then here is equals to 3, right? X to the power is 3x to the power or to the exponent 2, right? Multiplied by y to the exponent negative 1. Multiplied by y to the exponent negative 1. Okay? So, as I've explained previously, that we don't leave our final answer with an exponent that is negative. So, I want you to simplify this one. What will be our final answer? Okay? So, our final answer here would be is equal to 3 x to the exponent 2 divide by y okay. So I believe you understand why I say divide by y. Okay, so if we don't, just go back to our previous examples or explanation, then study through it, then you understand. Okay, the final one, number F. For number F, we have 9 multiplied by negative y to the exponent 3 x exponent 2 all over 12y to 12yx to the exponent 3. Okay, so here we have 9, right? 9 multiplied by, okay, so here if we have a negative base to the exponent of an odd number, the answer will always be a negative. Let me repeat again. If we have a negative base to the exponent of an odd number, the answer will always be negative. So contrary, if we have a negative base to the exponent of an even number, the answer will always be positive. So here we have a negative base, which is y, right? So to the exponent of an odd number, so our answer here will be to the exponent 3. It's going to be something like this, right? Then multiplied by x to the exponent 2, multiplied by x to the exponent 2, divide by 12 y x to the exponent 3. Okay, so then now here we have 9 multiplied by negative. So remember, now let's deal with the product of the sign. Remember, the 9 is positive, so we're saying a positive multiplied by a negative, that gives a negative. So here is gonna be is equal to negative 9 y to the exponent 3, y to the exponent 3, right, multiplied by x to the exponent 2, right, then all over divide by 12 y x to the exponent 3. Okay, so now here is going to be is equals to a negative. Then remember, we have these numerical values, we have 9 and 12, so 9 divided by 12. So here you need to ask yourself the highest common factor, so of 9 and 12, which number that goes to 9 and also goes to 12 and is the highest. So 3 goes to 9 and 3 goes to 12, right? Then 3 goes how many times to 9? 3 times. Then 3 goes how many times to 3 goes how many times to 9? 3 times. Then 3 goes how many times to 12? Goes 4 times. 4 times. So we've dealt with the numerical values. Now let's go to variables. For variables we have y. Remember, when the base is the same, we take a single base, we have y to the exponent 3, y to the exponent 3 minus 1, right, multiplied by x, multiplied by x to the exponent 2, multiplied by x to the exponent 2 minus 3. Alright, I believe that now we have mastered this. We have mastered this problem. You are understanding it, how I come about with y to the exponent 3 minus 1 multiplied by x to the exponent 2 minus 3. Okay, so here is equals to negative 3 over 4, negative 3 over 4, right? Negative 3 over 4 y to the exponent 2, y to the exponent 2 x multiplied by x to the exponent negative 1, to the exponent negative 1. So remember, I told you in the previous example that we don't leave answers in the negative exponent. Right? We don't leave answers in the negative exponent. So here our final answer will be is equals to negative 3 divided by 4, negative 3 divided by 4, negative 3 divided by 4, right? Then let's look. There we have y to the 2. We have on the numerator y to the exponent 2 on the numerator, right? Then on the denominator we have x. If you don't understand, just go through our previous examples and redo them, then you understand how I came about negative 3y squared over 4x. So this will be our final answer. So now I'm going to give you a task to do as the homework. You need to do this task as a homework. Then I'm going to do the solutions of some, not all. I will leave the rest to you.